And we can also use at the same time our graphite, which is from the pencil. Some water to make our solution. Now what I am going to do is fill the container for about half of it with water. Into that I will add salt, normal salt. First I will add 3 teaspoons and give it a mix. Any normal tap water can be used, and if you are doing this experiment at school, you can use distilled water also. Otherwise at home, tap water or drinking water is fine. After the shaking and stirring, you can see that the water has turned a bit into cloudy. But at the bottom, we still have little bit of salt left. So what I will do is, I'm going to add some more salt into it for about 5 teaspoons more. As you know, we want to make a saturated solution. Now I think that the saturated solution is ready. So it's the time to start with the process. Here I have taken my wire, into which I have taken of equal lengths, and then use the help of my cutter or plier and just scrape them out till I can have the wire part on both the sides. Here, let me show you one example of how I did it. This is the cutter. This much of wire left. I will just slice it like that, scrape it out, and I'm left with this wire. These 2 wires. Now what we will do with it is, no matter the 2 lengths have to be of the same, I will be taking my one nib, or we can say the group of nibs, and otherwise the graphite, any one of these 2, and then attach our wire to it using the help of a tape. As you can see here, I have connected my group of nibs with the help of a tape to the wire, one end. Same for the 2. I have also done it using my graphite of the pencil for these 2. So one by one we will see how it works. So I have opened a small slit between the bottle here and here, so the wires can stay in perfect contact and they don't stick to each other, as it can cause cross reaction. This is the one electrode inside the water, the second one in here. These wires are easily pullable, so I will do it like that. Yeah, so we have connected the wire with the electrodes and then added into our solution. Now I will take my negative part and the positive part and connect it to the battery, as you can see here. Once I connect it, bubbles will start producing on the electrodes. So I will put the camera on the electrode so that you can see the bubbles produced. As we know, from my right hand, that is the positive area, chlorine gas will be formed, and the left hand negative, the hydrogen gas will be formed. Gas is produced, leave. And move your hand to come here.
This is gas, man. Like colors.
As you can see, on the electrodes, the bubbles have started to form. And that is the right one, which is for the chlorine. Can you please bring the camera on the left side? Now you can see on the left hand side the hydrogen gas is being produced, which is there forming bubbles. The smell of the chlorine I can smell it right now as it is coming, and the reaction is taking faster. So I will just try to do my best to get the tube onto the electrode so that I can get the hydrogen gas. I can collect it. Into the tube and then do the pop test. Please show the positive electrode there. You can see more bubbles are produced, that is more chlorine gas, and it is more faster than hydrogen. As you can see, I have added some water into the tube so that the hydrogen gas can be collected on top of the bottle. I am trying my best to do it. The chlorine and the hydrogen gases are forming again and more. I have collected the hydrogen gas and done my best. Now I have lighted my splint and let's see how it goes. Next to it, I'll just open my finger and start. As you can see, the sound had come and that showed that the hydrogen gas had produced. I'm sorry that I don't have the litmus paper, otherwise I would have shown you how we can do the chlorine test also. So if you want to try it at home or at school, you can do it yourself. So this is the lesson about the theory and the practical of electrolysis. I hope that you have liked it. To watch more videos, please subscribe below. Thank you.